So in a few months, it's either get a part-time job or get super serious about this game dev thing so I don't have to get that part-time job. Today, I'm talking about the 3 pillars, the 3 main sources of revenue that are hopefully going to make my studio profitable. I'm going to talk about how they're connected and how they build upon each other. And then at the end, I'm going to list out all of the different sources of revenue that I'm thinking I'm going to acquire from those main 3. And trust me, it's more than 3. But guys, before we get into it, I want to mention that I'm on an active journey towards making this studio, this indie game studio, profitable. I'm sharing everything I'm doing and why I'm doing it twice a week here on this channel. So if you're curious if I can do it, or you just want to know what not to do, hit that like and subscribe button and join the Discord for active updates about the journey. Okay, let's get into it. So all 3 of these pillars are interconnected and they all feed off of each other. And YouTube is the foundation of that idea where everything else is sort of built on. YouTube is an absolute no-brainer for me. And I think totally necessary for what I'm trying to do. YouTube for me will not be a way to sell more games, but what it's going to do is build a crazy strong community of people that care about the games I've already created and their development process. I know what you're thinking, Matthew, how is that community that you're building going to generate revenue if not from the games you're pointing them to? Well, YouTube, like all the other ones, it has like a main thing and then there's branches of revenue. So YouTube, if there's a strong community, there's the possibility for merch and AdSense and sponsorships from that community that was built for the studio. If you haven't guessed it, community is going to be foundational for the studio, and YouTube is going to be the way I get there. But YouTube alone can't be the only thing. This is where game dev comes in. If YouTube is the foundation of interconnectedness, game dev is the planet core that holds everything together with its gravitational pull. It is the beating heart at the center of Soul Engine Studio. You might be wondering, I don't know, but how is it all connected? Well, I'll tell you. YouTube will make videos about the games we're making, and then game dev will prove Dev Matter's worth. Yes, spoiler alert, Dev Matter is the final pillar in the 3. But game dev will prove Dev Matter's worth, and they're all interconnected and build each other up, like I mentioned before. Prepare the Past is the game I'm working on right now, and it is literally just the tip of the iceberg. Because after Prepare the Past is finished, and we get the funds from that game, I am actively going to start forming a collective. The inspiration behind this collective is Sock Pop Collective. If you don't know who Sock Pop Collective is, go look them up. But basically, they're 4 devs that release their games monthly onto a Patreon. This is a mind-blowingly good idea to make money off of smaller games. And smaller games, that's the only type of game I want to make. And a Patreon is only going to further that idea of building a strong, passionate community behind the games. Game dev and the Patreon and the collective, that is going to be the main source of revenue once it's up and running. And it is going to, I really truly believe that it is going to start paying the bills. I truly believe that. I'm going to go so much deeper into how I'm building a collective and the ideas behind it that I'm so passionate about in the videos that are coming after this. After this, I'm going to go into YouTube, game dev, and Dev Matter. So yeah, game dev is the beating heart of this. But what are we shooting towards? What is the future plan? Well, Dev Matter is kind of my ace in the hole at the end of everything. Dev Matter is the final piece to the puzzle. With a good foundation and a great community behind, the collective and YouTube, Dev Matter will be able to flourish. What is Dev Matter? What isn't Dev Matter? Dev Matter is not a course. It is not a course. I'm not a teacher. I'm a problem solver. I feel like I had this brainchild ever since AI started blowing up. The largest group of developers out there is the developer that struggles to finish their games. I am that developer. And that is who this tool is made for. A tool to help developers finish their games. Basically, it's a glorified to-do list maker that you can share, but it's just so much more than that. And I literally cannot wait to talk about it more. If the idea of Dev Matter can be made in its full, Dev Matter will future-proof Soul Engine Studio and what we have going here. And seriously add additional value to everything else. I see so much potential in Dev Matter, and I'm so excited to talk about it more and just start really building out the idea. But like I said, all of these are connected and interconnected and build off of each other. So Dev Matter will add additional value to game dev, and Dev Matter will add additional value to YouTube, and YouTube will then pour back into Dev Matter because of the content that I create with it. And it just is all interconnected and all of them building off of each other, you know, with YouTube talking about the other ones, game dev truly being the beating heart behind everything and giving everything the oxygen it needs to breathe and thrive. This is all one giant organism that is working together, and I am so excited to start bringing it to life. I actually already am bringing it to life here on this YouTube channel. So those three things, YouTube, game dev, and Dev Matter, are the three main pillars of profitability that I'm looking to invest in and get serious about. But I told you about the list. I think those three things will unlock a giant like avalanche of additional revenue streams. You know, I'm gonna list them out. There's AdSense, there's sponsorships, there's merch, there's live stream donations, there's affiliates, there's Patreon, there's Steam, there's DLC for the games that we make, there's Dev Matter income. However we want to do that, I'm not entirely sure how we want to go about monetizing it, but there's going to be a monetization factor. And since it's a web app, we can have web application ads, you know? So that's just 10 that I just listed off willy-nilly, but I'm sure there's more that I'm not even thinking of. These three pillars, though, I believe in fully, and I am ready to full send it. And I can't wait to talk about it more. The next three videos, I'm diving deeper into each of these pillars. The next video is YouTube. I'm diving full into YouTube and my future plans for it. The next one after that will be game dev, and the one following that will be Dev Matter. All of them I'm super pumped to talk more about. So if you're interested in content like this, like I mentioned before, if you want to follow along this journey towards profitability, hit that like and subscribe button and join the Discord. The goal is $500 by the end of the year every month, and that's what we're headed towards. So again, hit that like and subscribe button and join me for the next video. Thank you guys for being here, and I will see you next time.